bit, and it's not going to be quite as muggy, which is great because we don't want them to be all sticky and sweaty and gross. They're royals, right? They should be like perfect and dry and just looking beautiful as they always do. All right, let's take a look outside. It's nothing on the scope anymore. This afternoon, we still had a few T-storms over the mountains over Big Bear. We had some pretty heavy downpours at times, but that really should be the end of it because now that ridge of high pressure is going to start to shrink and shift to the east. In the meantime, though, take a look at these current temperatures. 70 in Oxnard, 75 for Camarillo, 85 in Van Nuys, still 93 in Palmdale, 86 in Ontario, and 89 for Riverside. So we still have some pretty warm temps outside. As we look at the overnight lows, going to be relatively mild. We're looking at mostly in the 60s, low 60s along the coast in Oxnard, 66 in Woodland Hills, a little bit further east and further inland. We're going to see those temperatures slightly warmer by a degree or two, like in Burbank and El Monte, where we're looking at the upper 60s, 68 in Pomona as well. And in the IE, we're also looking at temps in the upper 60s there, 52 if you are in Big Bear. And at the higher elevations, we're looking at temperatures in the low 50s. Taking a quick peek at the 7-day forecast, let me step out of your ever so slightly to 87 degrees by the time Friday rolls around. And that's a look at the 7-day. I'll be back with more coming up in just a little bit, including, of course, the satellite radar picture, which I love. All right, back to you for now. Meteorologist Vera Jimenez will also be taking you outside to take a peek at the weather. If you're tired of all those muggy conditions, not to worry, things are going to change. We'll have your forecast coming up.
And the weekend is here.
And the weekend is here, and it's going to be great weather for the British and for the weekend as well. So if you're going to be planning outdoors activities, you're going to enjoy it because it's going to be beautiful. Not too hot, not too cold, just right, as Goldilocks would say. 84 degrees over downtown Los Angeles. That was the high. The average this time of year is right around 83. So we were pretty close to where we should be. So it was a nice, comfortable day. As we take a look at the current temperatures outside, still nice. 76 over downtown Los Angeles, 73 in Santa Ana, 86 in Ontario, and 106 in Palm Springs. And while that sounds hot, it's normal for those parts. Ridge of high pressure starting to break down and shift to the east. And as it does, it's taking all of that moist air with it. Right behind it, we're seeing that southwesterly flow. That's kind of cutting off some of that moisture that we're getting. Not just that, but we're also going to be dealing with this trough of low pressure out of the Pacific Northwest. That is also going to usher in cooler temperatures and less of that muggy feel that we've had for the last 3 or 4 days. So things are going to get really nice over the weekend. We're going to see a little bit more of that marine layer. That's also going to cool us down, serve as that air conditioning that we get from the Pacific Ocean. 73 over Santa Barbara will be the high tomorrow. 75 in Oxnard, 90 in Simi Valley. In fact, we're going to see many areas like Newhall will also be in the low 90s. Upper 90s for Lancaster and Palmdale. El Monte, that's going to be the San Gabriel Valley and the San Fernando Valley. We're looking at mid to upper 80s for you, and lots of low 90s still for the Inland Empire, like in Riverside, San Bernardino, Hesperia. We're going to see more of that marine layer, so we're going to see a little bit of gray to start, but then by the afternoon, we're going to have really nice sunshine. Temperatures are going to be just beautiful for the beach, 72 degrees. We're going to keep it in the low 70s. Wake right around where we should be, maybe a degree or two cooler than our average for this time of year for the San Fernando and the San Gabriel valleys. And that's a look at your 7-day forecast. Michael will be right back with more. Hello, Cher. Happy Friday, everyone. Outside, still a little bit muggy, believe it or not. We had a few pop-up thunderstorms in our area. We'll have the details coming up, plus your 7-day forecast. Chilly enough, and believe it or not, some parts of the country are still getting some severe weather. In fact, that trough of low pressure that's going to pass to our north is actually going to start taking some severe weather into Canada. They have the possibility of maybe seeing a tornado or two. Sorry to say that, but yeah, in next week we've got this big trough moving and very exciting, but not if you have to live through it. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our weather picture. Weather warning for that particular cell. Right now it's starting to die down a bit, but it was just passing through the I-40. So moving towards the east, and it's going to continue to move through the east. But yeah, there was a severe weather warning for about maybe 45 minutes during the 8 o'clock hours. It was dropping the heaviest of the rain, and of course the strong gusty winds accompanied that cell, and of course a little bit of hail too, believe it or not. All right, back to our local weather here. Downtown Los Angeles, 84 degrees was your high, the average right around 83, so it was actually a really nice afternoon, right around where we should be for this time of year. 67 in downtown Los Angeles right now, likewise in Santa Ana, 74 for Ontario, and if you're in Palm Springs, finally cooling down. It's 96 degrees. I know that doesn't sound cool, but compared to to 106 this afternoon. Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, so here's what's going on, you guys. Ridge of high pressure starting to break down and move to the east, and as it does, we're going to see more of this southwesterly flow. This is a cooler air mass. It's not quite as moist, so it's actually going to inhibit some of that moisture that we're seeing as the circulation around that high continues to bring some heat and a little bit of moisture in. But as that continues to break down, we're also going to see this trough, and this is that trough that I was mentioning earlier during the broadcast. And as I said, that's going to usher in some cooler temperatures, more cloud cover, and so things are going to settle down over the weekend. Still going to be pretty warm, but not nearly as hot as they have been, and not as sticky, which is the good thing. 75 over Oxnard. We're going to see a little bit of that marine layer to start, but then by the afternoon, nice and sunny.